In mice, if you give them an NAD booster molecule that will turn on these Pac-Man enzymes called the sirtuins, those mice, when they're old, can now run 50% further. In fact, some of our old mice ran so far that the treadmill stopped because mice are not supposed to run more than 3 kilometers.
We haven't talked about NAD yet. Tell me what NAD is, what are the precursors, how do I supplement for it?
So there are a few on the market. I don't endorse or sell anything, just by the way. Even if you see me online, that's not me. So that said, there's one called NR, which stands for nicotinamide riboside, which is a very early precursor to making NAD in the body. There's an intermediate from that called NMN, and then the cell turns NMN into NAD. And you can take all three actually, or each one of those three, and raise NAD levels in animals. And now we're doing, myself and many others are doing human studies, and we've seen that NR, and in my case, NMN, does raise the NAD levels of older people and young people alike up to levels that we think you could rarely achieve even with being a marathon runner.
So just to bring this home for people, talk to me about your dad and his N of 1 experimentation with NMN.
So my father has been on the same regimen as me, resveratrol for over a decade, the red wine molecule. He's been on metformin longer than me because he was a borderline diabetic, type 2 diabetic, and he's also on NMN now. Seems to be doing great. He's now 80. When he was in his 70s, he was slowing down. He was starting to say the same things twice. You know, typical 70-year-old. He's doing great now. He's 80. He's got a new lease on life. He started a new career down in Sydney. He's hiking the world. Right now, he's traveling around America, driving his elderly friend around. His friend, unfortunately, ended up going to the hospital the last few days. My father is taking care of his friends who he's seeing on the decline, and he's, if anything, improving every year.